So it's been an entire year, 12 whole plus months of me coming on here, chatting with you guys, throwing different wigs on, vlogging, going live, and all types of things that I've never thought I would ever do in my entire lifetime. If you would like to know the 10 things that I've learned since starting my YouTube channel last year, and a couple of things that you need to not even bother starting a YouTube channel if you're doing, keep watching. Let's get into it. Now, for sure on the top of my list, I'm going to say do not bother waiting for the perfect setup, because in my mind, I had this perfect setup. I had in my mind that I would wait until I had the perfect camera equipment, a certain camera, a certain look to myself, and a certain type of filming space. All that did was just put me on a sideline and have me kind of sitting by and watching other people kind of live their true lives and be their creative selves without fear of judgment. So with that being said, if you have a desire to share anything that it is that you do or you create, put it out there anyway. Some of the best content I have seen across the internet have been recorded on cell phones, GoPro cameras, different types of devices that kind of just do the basics. You know, at some point you realize it's less about the equipment that you're using and it's more so about what you're actually bringing to the screen or to your particular platform. If you have a little clip-on microphone that you got from Amazon, start with what you have. Number 2, post it anyway. If the audio is jacked up, if you don't like how your hair looks, if you feel like you left too many clips out, if you feel like you left too many clips in, post that video, post that content anyway, upload that video, please. Because as crazy as you think you look, as shoddy as you think your work is, I guarantee you, you have somebody out there somewhere in the atmosphere that is going to receive and appreciate whatever it is that you upload. No matter how far you think you're starting from, there's always somebody that's learning from where you're starting from so they can get to where you are. It all boils down to perspective, man, for sure. And I still kind of deal with that to this day. You need to continue that momentum to kind of keep yourself active and productive in your creative space. I've posted a couple things on here that I do not ever want to see again, even though it's on my channel. And some people actually came out and were like, oh, I actually love that wig, or oh, I love how you edited this video. Allowing yourself to be transparent and vulnerable with the stuff that you put out there, even when it's not your best, or even when it's something that you're not quite pleased with, always kind of opens a door, from my experience. Either meeting somebody who can teach you how to do it better than what you did, or somebody who's blown away by it and wants to learn from how you did that thing. So it always puts you in a position to gain knowledge from it or gain support from it. If you have a video on your hard drive, on your memory card, just eventually go ahead and post that junk. And trust me, once you get into your groove, there will be plenty of times where you're like, I don't feel like filming new content. Guess what? That's what those videos and content is for. So just do it. Press that upload button and post that junk anyway, please. Sub for sub ain't it. It's not the wave. It's not my twist. It's just not that thing. It's sub for sub is not it, girl. Sometimes we get super excited and even kind of like desperate or driven by numbers. And one of those huge numbers or stats is subscribers. There's absolutely nothing wrong with networking, and I'll kind of get into that in a little bit. But on the surface of things, if you are subscribing to somebody just because they subscribe to you, in the context of doing sub for sub, and you both subscribe to each other, you go on their channel, and you support their work, there's no specific guarantee that they're going to do the same thing for you. Just because they do it once, it doesn't mean that they're going to do it again. Chances are you have this individual that you met on YouTube or Instagram, and they are solely interested in padding their subscriber numbers. One of the biggest problems with sub for sub, and a lot of people will tell you out there, if you find somebody to subscribe to who is within your same kind of niche of interest, whether it's beauty content, lifestyle, sports, music, gaming, or whatever, great, awesome. You guys have similar interests and you can kind of build off of that and support one another. But if you meet somebody who doesn't even care what you put out there, they just want you as a subscriber, chances are that you guys are not going to support each other in the same way. You just don't want to create an imbalanced sense of support. You don't. It just does not bode well for the success and growth of your platform, and the algorithm is probably going to smell something stink as soon as it happens. So newsflash, your friends and your family are not your target audience. And what I mean by that is, while we would absolutely love the idea of having those individuals within our personal circle support us, put us out there, share the videos, and kind of tell the world about us, do not be shocked if you do not get that reception that you're looking for from people that you know the most. And it's something I kind of experienced before starting my YouTube channel. So I was kind of already like mentally prepared for it, but it still hurts, especially if it's somebody that is well aware of the work that you put into your channel, how hard you're grinding, how badly you want to be successful at what it is that you're doing. Find a way to not take it any type of way if those people do not support you according to your expectations for support. As creative and talented and skillful and forward-thinking you might be in your capacity, not everybody in your personal life has the capacity or is equipped with the type of input, feedback, and support that you need to carry you where it is that you're trying to go. I ain't trying to preach to you. I'm not trying to preach to you, but I'm trying to let you know something. It could be that they are more interested in what they have going on in their own personal life. It could be that they're not aware of the algorithm, all the things that these online platforms are looking for. You cannot chase everybody that you know personally to sit there and engage with your content. That's not me in any way telling you not to post to your personal platforms. I still post my videos on my Facebook page. I know a lot of people who love wigs, but guess what? They still don't comment on my videos. They still don't share my videos. They still don't promote my videos or even watch my videos. They would rather DM me. Ooh, am I choosing violence? Ooh. No, I hope it's not coming off that way. Like, for real. I'm having like a real conversation with you guys. So anybody who feels like this is towards them, please ignore this part because I'm talking to my people right here. They will rather DM you and ask you where you got that wig. They would rather DM you or private message you or text you or wait till they see you in person to ask you questions that they could have just commented below your Instagram page or your YouTube upload, to kind of let these companies see like, oh, okay, she has people engaging with her. Sometimes you will have people act like they're not watching your stuff because they won't actually go ahead and subscribe to your channel, but they can quote to you in person, word for word, what you said in your last vlog or the last wig you were wearing in your last video. And that's the only time that you realize like, oh, you were watching this. Not everybody is watching your content for the same reason, which is It sounds like I need to make another video because this is going yeah, well no, it needs to because you know what I'm saying. You're sitting right there watching this video and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for the most part, just know you're doing an amazing job just by putting yourself out there. Even if you don't hear that credit or word of encouragement or kudos from the people that know you most, it doesn't mean you're hearing it from people that can support you best. I've had more of my work posted, promoted, shouted out. I've had more of that stuff promoted by people that I met through the internet, through this line of work. And you know what? That's when you know it's genuine. All of the support that I want to receive, all of the viewership, the support, the positive energy, the encouragement, the love that I want to receive, I make sure that I put it out there. It is a very challenging thing to do. It's very tough to do, but I do it with the faith that no matter how much I put out there, it'll come back to me in ways that I don't even expect. The support that I want to receive on my videos, I put it out there to other people's videos. If I meet somebody that I genuinely connect with or someone that I admire, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna withhold it. I'm not gonna hold back because I don't wanna blow somebody's ego up or cap somebody up. Look, if I think you're a dope content creator and I know what the grind is like, guess what? I'm showing all the love, okay? If you know what it's like to record videos in the middle of the night, if you know what that feels like and you see somebody out there putting that work out there and you have the opportunity to let that person know you see them, do it. And just watch what happens, man. Every time I do that, it doesn't even have to come from the person that you shared that love and support with. It'll come through somebody else. It'll come through somebody else who feels you. Somebody is watching you show love and encouragement to somebody else. So it all completes itself the way in which it should. Let me tell you something that I learned the hard way. I'm the type of individual that once I realize that I want to do something, I go full force, no organization, no planning, no strategy, and I just kind of dive all the way in. And guess what? I burn myself out every single time. That's why the next thing I'm going to share with you that I learned through this entire process is to pace yourself. Now, when you're starting out and you're still kind of getting a feel for what people are receptive to, you might notice that some videos perform a whole lot better than others. And you might want to kind of go in that lane, which is totally fine. We're all still trying to figure it out. We all want to kind of have a consistent posting schedule. And for the people that do have those platforms and do have those channels, please realize that none of that happened overnight for those individuals either. We have lives outside of what it is that we post on here. And that's understood. If you are feeling pressured, do not let the idea that I have to post something today, I have to post something to my channel, consume you in a way where you start to feel like you're not good enough because you didn't kind of adhere or stick to this very strict schedule. Recording batch content is a very smart thing to do, especially if you post or promote or create content across different platforms. However, it should be done in a very organized and time smart way, which brings me to my next point. Make an effort to be organized and practice time management. Even when I don't want to, you go ahead and try to run a channel or post content or upload just going off of how you feel versus like saying, okay, I'm going to post once a week, I'm going to post twice a week, I'm going to post 3 times a week. You will burn yourself out a whole lot faster without any structure than you will practicing time management. If you got 2 wig reviews that you want to record or upload in a week, record them back to back. If you have 2 vlogs that you want to upload, kind of documenting your vacation. Break them down into different parts. Patience truly is key. I don't like when people feed me cliches trying to encourage me as somebody that over critiques their work. But truly and honestly, you have to be patient enough to kind of let people receive you. And not only are people receiving you, but they're kind of reading you and getting a feel for your personality. You have to be ready to not necessarily receive instantaneous support or celebration. But if I could break down the list or the amount of money I spent on hair supplies and wigs and stuff like that, and me sitting there like, dang, you know, I sure wish so-and-so would notice me. I sure wish this wig company would notice me. I've been a customer for 7 years. Yeah, but those people don't know you yet. They don't recognize your work. And a lot of times, those companies are not looking directly at you necessarily, but they're looking at the reception and the stuff that you put out there and how people respond to it. It's very, very easy to kind of get caught up in the trap of comparison. And it just so happens that when I feel like I've reached my limit, when I've reached my boiling point and I cannot work any harder or push any further, something always pops up. Whether it's a sponsor opportunity or a collaboration opportunity, something always pops up. It is very tempting on a daily basis, I would say. I would go as far as saying, for somebody like me who is trying to grow their channel, trying to grow this into another stream of income, and kind of put my skill set out there. When you kind of look at what's really popular out there, what's going viral, you'll notice that it's either not in alignment with what you personally believe or how you feel, any one of your actual natural personal traits or personality traits. Just because it could get you views, just because it could kind of be the shortcut to going viral or where you're trying to be, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's always the best way to go. You got to assess your character. You have to assess who you truly are. And I'm not necessarily saying like you need to be fully aware of who you are, but what I mean by that is don't get caught up trying to get views doing a video that does not align. You know what I mean. Doing things or saying certain things that don't align. And we all know clickbait when we see it. Maybe it's just some people have just gotten so good at faking the funk that, you know, they can kind of say and do certain things with a straight face. But if you got to turn the camera off and kind of diffuse from what you just recorded and be a totally different person off camera, chances are, yeah, you're not doing what you truly want to do. Give yourself some credit, man. Pat yourself on the back sometimes and kind of look at yourself. When you start to doubt the amount of work that you put into your platform, take a second, take a breath, and make a list and take account of all the things that you've done so far. Take account of the connections that you've made. Take account of the things that you feel brave to do that you didn't feel brave enough to do a year ago or beyond that. There's so many different things that I've put out here that I still go back and look at my other videos like, I said that, I put that out there. And that is enough for me to feel like, yo, you know what? I'm on the right track. If you're doing it for recognition, if you're doing it to catch the eye of somebody, or you're doing this to stunt on people that you know personally, as long as you don't get those results, you are going to beat yourself all the way up. And I mean, there's just no relief in that. So just make sure whatever it is that you are putting out there, whatever it is that you are sharing with the world out there, that you leave a little nugget in there for you to be fulfilled. Well, friends, that is pretty much the top 10 things that I've learned since starting this YouTube channel a year ago. Thank you to everyone who is watching this video, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, and promoting and whatever else way that you decide to show support to this video and my platform. Thank you for rocking with me. This is a journey that's still kind of unfolding for me, to be completely honest with you. I haven't figured it all out, okay? I haven't learned it all. And a lot of the things that I share with you, I still get frustrated about. If I can just take a minute to think out loud and kind of share my thoughts with whoever out there might need to hear it, that's something I'm willing to do. Just make sure that you go ahead and drop down in my comment box if you already have a YouTube channel, and let me know some of your highlights or observations you've made since starting your YouTube channel. If you're still on the fence about it, you're still thinking about it, let me know what's holding you back. As always, guys, thank you so much. No, literally so much for clicking play. And I will definitely see you here, same place, next time. Peace out.